103, thank you for coming. 103 presents a free radio production holo chat with Vicky. Welcome, Vicky, in the studio today. Please bear with, Vicky, I don't want to make you embarrassed. Vicky's an off-world being, and she's just getting used to the human voice. So bear with her and bear with us. Welcome.
Thank you, Zeronon. I will do my best. Hear more. See more. Can you see the hologram? When one can no longer separate light and dark. You see hologram when all worlds become one. You see hologram, it's all perception. Perception through the holographic eye creates a landscape of multiple dimensions or views of whatever one is presently perceiving. Like viewing a single flame of a candle through a kaleidoscope, one suddenly perceives many flames, all in different positions and dimensions, all emerging from one single flame. Like all perspectives, there are always many ways to view something. Anything could be anything. Anything is anything. Anything looks like something, and something could be anything. Everything is part of everything. Everything contains everything, and nothing is separate from everything. When you are born, everything was literally connected. Like glue, it seemed everything was joined together. A baby can't tell the difference between a table or chair, or the fact that the baby is indeed separate from the mother. Everything seems one consciously, visually, and the same goes for audio input. All sounds seem like one sound continuously. For the sake of time and space, and let's say that training needed to operate within time-space, and a physical environment, including being an entity inside a body, it was necessary to begin to separate everything. So we separated the bus from the road, the table from the chair, you from your parents, siblings, and so forth. So that visually you could start to notice all the individual parts of the holographic landscape that previously had all been joined together like a floating soup. Through description, and the ability to name everything, we gradually were able to separate objects within the holographic landscape. Internally we did the same thing, we named ourselves, now making Paul and John separate. We separated consciousness into mind, heart, personality, higher and lower selves, egos, etc., then race, creed, nationality, belief systems, and so on. Add to those descriptions, then further details of what we thought of what we perceived. Opinions, viewpoints, judgments, which further separated everything visually and internally. The more mass we gave to our ideas, the stronger our views seemed, and further the single blade of grass separated until the NOW, where there are 100 trillion views and beliefs and perspectives about a single grass blade. Perfectly natural and necessary in order to operate within time and space and to learn the nature of being one and many at the same time. Fast forward to where now you have learned the basics of your body or spaceship, and have separated everything enough so that you don't walk off a cliff thinking it is joined to your living room back home. In actual fact, it is joined to your living room, but let's say for now, it's most convenient that we are able to distinguish and discern all things as they appear to us in life internally and externally. So visually we were trained to look at something by focusing in. So like a lens of a camera, you focus in on something, then see what it is, then describe it, name it, and voila. Now you know what it is. Hooray, cried everyone, I know what it is, hee hee hee, and the fun began again. So holographic perception begins with the reverse process: look without looking what you are looking at, in other words, without describing or naming or without trying to separate the visual landscape from each other. With an almost like to focus or soft focus, everything is then allowed to merge together, let's say like many layers at different depths suddenly all appearing together at one depth, like looking at a single flat screen. Reality reflects the perceiver, or perception perceives its own perspective, and because the hologram contains everything that can be perceived, it reflects back to you the file you order, so to speak. The relay of that information is so fast, it gives the illusion that you are perceiving what is, or reality has just related to you what you project it is. When one looks without separating the visual and allows everything to be what it is, and not what you perceive it to be, then suddenly certain spectrums of light and dark will fall back or forward or disappear entirely, creating a holographic display. The depth of the hologram you are able to perceive will directly relate to how deep you can penetrate the holographic screen. In other words, like a camera lens, you either have 3 megapixel view or 6 or 7 or 8 megapixel view and so on. Example 3D or 4D or 5D, 7D, 9D or multidimensional. You thought you lived in a square room, actually there are no walls, and so on. Sounds interesting and confusing and maybe sounds like fun. An audio and visual holographic informational highway taking you where you already are and just haven't noticed.
"103, wow. Vicky, thank you so much. Quite a mouthful there. Thank you for stopping in, Vicky. A bit of off-world input there. And Free Radio 103 playing out with an old classic. Just a twist of the old fun. Of this, of that. May the fun be with you.
Children need traveling shoes. Drive your problems from here. All good people read good books. Now your conscience is clear. I hear you talk, girl. Now your conscience is clear. In the morning when I wipe my brow, wipe the miles away. So willed and never do what you say. I'll never hear you and never do what you say. Look, my eyes are just holograms. Look, your love has drawn red from my hands. From my hands, you know you'll never be more than twist in my sobriety. More than twist in my sobriety. More than twist in my sobriety. We just booked a little empty pie for the fun the people had at night. Late at night, don't need hostility. Timid smile and pause too free. I don't care about their different thoughts. Different thoughts are good for me. Up in arms and chased and whole. All God's children took their toll. Look, my eyes are just holograms. Look, your love has drawn red from my hands. From my hands, you know you'll never be more than twist in my sobriety. More than twist in my sobriety. More than twist in my sobriety. Risk a life, sweet and handsome, soft and pokey. You pig out till you've seen the light. Dig out till you've seen the light. Half the people read the papers, read them good and well. Pretty people, nervous people, people have got to sell. News you have to sell. Look, my eyes are just holograms. Look, your love has drawn right from my hands. From my hands, you